Good morning. I thought I'd address another question regarding a very open and appears to be a destructive speaker who doesn't like to be called a guru or anything like that, which we must have some respect for. And this questioner wants to know about UG Krishnamurti, because I seem to, this relationship with UG seems to project some sort of likes for UG. But the first thing you have to know is, if you want to know about my, which may stop you watching this and save your time, is my viewpoint on UG Krishnamurti is I have the greatest respect for this very strong and has experienced much more than what he reveals being. But I have respect for every human being. You see? So what is the point of separating UG from you? You see, that leads you to the qualities that the questioner says UG talks about. He makes the questioner feel worthless. There's no hope. There's no nothing here but what is taking place. How can we feel good about that, you see? So if everyone is the same, then you're going to experience that. UG experiences that. I experience that. There is a man-made, constructed way of defining our feelings and our emotions, and we use words, and we use all kinds of tools to share and project this opposing values. So let's talk about UG and his negative ways. If you see a difference between hope and fact, you're going to experience these two ways. Because to see a difference between these two ways means you have experienced these two ways. Now, in our human ego side, it always lives in hope. So when you're living through a hopeful mind, say, well, I hope it's going to be better than that. I hope there's a God. I hope there's an afterlife. I hope there's not an afterlife. I hope this is finished, you know. So where is the fact, you see? Where have we experienced fact? Can your mind go now into a processing situation using your brain and all your information and all your past experiences and memories? Can you at one point say fact, a factual thing? Yeah, I was born. Is that absolutely 100%? Are you 100% sure of that? Did you experience this birth? No, but I'm here, you know. I watch babies being born, although that's other babies. Did you actually experience that? It's not a fact, you see. The fact is that what is witnessing all of this, okay, which is of no use while we use the ego human mind. There's no point saying, whatever I am has discovered fact, because you're going to be questioned on it. And someone's going to say, no, that's not fact. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Give me proof. Give me information. Because proof and information is all constructed ideas that we are some special, ego is some special breed that knows more than what it really knows. Or thinks. Here it is, the word thinks. Thinks it knows more than what it knows. So UG then dismisses all these thoughts and looks at it from the point of fact. But it cannot be projected as fact because he's using a human constructed vessel. When the torch shines the light, this is the best way to explain it, right? When the light is switched on in the torch, at the point where the light, right in the midst of the torch, which is not seen because it's within the torch, this light is pure. The moment it comes out of the, the plastic bit or the glass bit, the bit of the torch, here's the torch, you switch it on here, the bulb is in here, the light is pure. It comes out, it starts tapering, and it tapers out now. The farther it goes, the less it reveals. It becomes fuzzy. Fact is the light, the bulb. When the bulb starts shining outwards with information, with activity, as a human body, whatever, it becomes a little bit tarnished, a little bit impure. So, fact, the idea of using fact in this human constructed ideological thinking, processing mind, it doesn't work. It's not meant to work. That's why enlightenment is when you go back into the light, you see, into the light bulb. And you deny all the things that the torch is revealing. And then you deny the torch and into the light bulb. And you can't go into the light bulb because you're already there. That's the secret of Assisi and Rumi, and that what the speaker experienced. When I went into the light, which is the door, I was fooled. I was looking from the inside. I was the bulb, or the source of the light, looking outwards, giving birth to this apparent mind and objects and life and buildings and mountains and lakes. But I'm not giving birth to it as this source. The light itself is giving birth to the source of me. So the mind is, this is mind. This is all mind. This cannot not be mind. But within the torch, the vessel, the source, that's why it's very difficult to use another object. You think your mind is looking at the torch. You are. The body is the torch, projecting outwards through the eyes. It's true. The further you look away, the more, as an artist, you understand quite clearly that everything has to be painted with deep colors and focus to bring it close to you. And that muted colors, pastel colors away. Because you don't know. You can't see what's happening on the hill. You can't see the deer and the rabbits and everything running up in the hill that's 4 miles away. Because your light cannot see that far. That's why we go within, you see. Now I'm going away from UG, but that's the fact, you see. The fact is. The fact cannot share, produce, promote. But like every enlightened speaker, they try and project and share. And the projecting and the sharing should always lead to the speaker or the teacher or whatever you want to call it, saying to you, you are the light within. You're also the body. It's temporary. But when the body dies, the light goes back within. See? And you back to source. So UG is not saying there's not a God, or there is a God. He's fluctuating in the light outside, like this speaker is fluctuating in the light outside right now. I see a device, I see, myself in a mirror reflecting. But I am reflecting the reflection. But the minute the mind makes a meaning to it, a purpose to it, it appears as if, no, something made this. I'm just a little fragment, a little grain of sand. And when you start diminishing, rather than, oh, I am just a body, and when you go back into, I'm just a grain of sand, you're going back into the light. You're feeling insignificant, insecure. And UG's words are making the questioner feel insignificant, insecure. You cannot, one of the, all my old auntie's sayings I used to laugh at, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Words, just words, bullshit words, no. What can be offended by words, but the thoughts that words are harmful, Nobody has came towards me with a word and thrust it into me, and blood has came, you see. But the other one is, now I forgot the other one. You see the projected mind. UG is trying to take away your hope. Take away the ideas and the concepts that you've made up. All is made up. All is made up. Through assumption, I made a video many years ago, and so many are now making the same video. Measure. What can measure the immeasurable? Are you the measurer? Are you the immeasurable? See? If you're the immeasurable, you understand that you cannot be defined. Therefore, you must be everything within the light that you're projecting as yourself, as an image of what you want this world to be. And the ego mind out here, out in this wilderness, says, bugger that light, I'm not going in that light, I'm just going to live out here. And you're going to come up against the same hurdles as every other human being, even those that know that they are not this projected artifact. You're going to come up against, you can't jump off cliffs because you're going to die. You can't steal some money from some poor guy because the police are going to arrest you. You can't do these things because we've made up a deal, a negotiation. If we're going to believe and hope that we can survive in this existing planet for the rest of eternity, we're going to have to, obey. And that's what UG says. So the system is made up on the basis, and this is the important point for the question, that the system is made up, the mind is made up on the basis that we all understand that we're acting out as humans. For anyone who denies they're human, which we all do every day, I'm sick of this human life, How the hell can I not get on in this human life? But for anyone who then seeks to go and deny completely all of this, they're removing the projected light. They're actually, I would say in a human term, enlightenment is to commit suicide. And that's what this speaker and most speakers will say. I must die before I die. Now this suicide is the suicide of the mind, of the ego, the subsequent I. So when you see the door of a sisi and you turn around, you become the observer from the point of the light, knowing that this body is being thrown around in this world of chaos and nonsense and dreams and illusions. But you're okay. Let it flow. Let it be thrown. So your mind does not go out there and start battling again. It does not go out, start battling for the body and say, leave my body alone. Don't do this. That's my home. This is my car. I demand you treat me like an equal human being. You sit in the light and you see all these things happening and you may participate in that. But you never venture, your mind never ventures far out into the light again, out of the light again. That's why it's called enlightenment. So whatever UG Krishnamurti is saying that you pick up on is your way of seeing from that outward mind of opposing values. I've always been told we should be hoping. Now, who told you that? You learned that. You conditioned yourself into believing that. There's no such thing as hope and belief. But there is if you are wanting to live this life out as a human, not, which no one is exempt from, even this one, without discovering your truth, discovering what the speaker is speaking about, discovering what UG is speaking about. In this point of light, there is no questions and answers anymore. Everything is happening. Nothing is happening, they say. Nothing is happening is when you're looking purely with your eyes shut from this incredible, joyful, sat, chit, and under state of pure light, pure life, pure consciousness. When you open your eyes, everything is happening. Do I want to participate in that, says the mind? You have a choice. You can go out, you can participate, but you know where to come back to. You come back to the peace and the tranquility and the originality and the infinite immortal light that you always are. In this place, you don't know who you are, what you are, but you truly are, and you always are, in all ways, both out and in. Sometimes out, frequently, infrequently, temporarily, birth, born, death, subsequent changes, bodies, everything out here. In here, always the same. Always consciousness, always the light within. I hope that answers your question. I don't think it does to your mind, and I hope it doesn't. But remember and find the respect in every human being. Every human being is looking for something. Some are not interested. They know. I know I'm infinite, but I'm wanting to enjoy myself. I wanted to face up to pain and suffering and overwhelming pleasure and passion and sexual, drug, alcohol-filled moments and experiential mountain climbing and abseiling, and I want to be that person. And you have to have respect for that one too. Even the ones that cause war. Unwillingly, probably not knowing, but somewhere within them there's a light. And that's what respecting is. Respecting myself as what I have found myself as the same